Welcome back to my channel. There's a moment, brief, almost imperceptible, when two bodies close in the quiet language of a hug. It is a dance without words, a subtle conversation woven through touch, breath, and pressure. And yet, this simple gesture carries within a universe of emotion, meaning, and possibility. It can reveal what words dare not say, what hearts whisper beneath the surface. How you respond to that moment, how you meet her in that space, will determine whether she feels truly seen, truly understood, or simply brushed past like a shadow on the wall. Hugs are not merely physical acts. They are a window into the unspoken emotional landscape between two souls. She does not just wrap her arms around you. She is sending a message, testing the waters of your presence, your confidence, your emotional availability. The hug becomes a silent question. Are you here? Can you hold me? Will you meet me beyond the surface? Your response is the answer. Too often, men miss this. They see a hug as a formality, a routine gesture to be endured or glossed over. But a hug is a profound psychological moment, a fleeting opportunity to communicate vulnerability, warmth, and connection. To respond well requires emotional mastery, an ability to be fully present, to read the nuanced cues in her body language, and to meet her with calm assurance. You must understand, she is watching not only your arms, but your eyes, your breathing, the stillness of your body. She gauges whether you are uncomfortable or at ease, whether you pull away too quickly or linger too long. She senses your emotional state, even if your mind tries to stay distracted. This is why the way you respond to a hug can either deepen attraction or quietly close the door. Imagine this moment. She steps into your space. Her arms extend. The warmth of her body approaches. You feel the brush of her breath, the subtle press of her hands. What do? Do you respond with hesitation, stiff and uncertain? Or do you soften, breathe into connection, and allow yourself to be present in the shared vulnerability? To truly respond so that she feels seen is to become a mirror, reflecting her emotional courage with your own. It is not about overwhelming her with touch or rushing toward intimacy. It is about patience, attentiveness, and quiet strength. It is an invitation to step out of your head and into your body, to listen with your heart as much as with your senses. There are different kinds of hugs, and each carries a unique emotional signature. The friendly, quick pat on the back signals warmth but little romantic intent. The firm, lingering embrace reveals comfort and growing trust. The slow, intimate hug speaks of vulnerability and unspoken desire. To respond well, you must recognize these signals, not merely with your eyes, but with your emotional awareness. This script is your guide to unlocking that emotional intelligence, that inner quietude that lets you be fully present when she offers you a hug. It will take you beyond the surface, past the reflexive awkwardness or missed signals, into the core of emotional connection. You will learn how to respond not just physically, but emotionally, how to embody calm confidence, to convey respect, warmth, and receptivity. This is not a lesson in manipulation or technique. It is an awakening to the power of self-awareness, emotional honesty, and genuine connection. It is a call to embrace your own emotional depth, to become a man who can hold space for another's vulnerability without fear or judgment. Because when you do, when you truly respond so she feels seen, everything changes. The first step in this journey is to understand emotional patterns at play within the hug itself. Human beings are wired for connection. Our earliest memories are rooted in touch, safe embraces from caregivers that assured us we were not alone in the world. That primal imprint shapes how we experience affection, trust, and attraction as adults. A hug can trigger a cascade of emotions: safety, warmth, desire, or sometimes fear and hesitation. She offers you a hug because, on some level, she wants to test your emotional presence. Yet emotional patterns run deep. Unconscious habits formed by past experiences, childhood wounds, and cultural conditioning. Many men carry blocks that prevent them from fully embracing these moments. Some have learned to suppress vulnerability, to hide discomfort behind stoic facades. Others confuse a hug for mere physicality and miss the emotional undercurrent entirely. You must become aware of your own emotional patterns first. Are you inclined to pull away? To stiffen? To rush the moment? These reactions are often defenses, Shields forged to protect your heart, but ultimately disconnecting you from the very intimacy you seek. Becoming conscious of these habits allows you to choose differently. Responding to a hug so she feels seen requires emotional self-mastery, the ability to regulate your own feelings, to remain present amid uncertainty or vulnerability. It is a skill honed through introspection and practice. When you achieve this, your response becomes a language of empathy and strength. As she steps into your embrace, tune into the rhythm of her breath. Notice how she holds herself. Does she relax into you, or is there tension? Is her hug fleeting or lingering? These signals guide your response. If she pulls back quickly, honor that boundary. If she stays close, mirror her energy with calm assurance. Physical contact in a hug is not just about touch. It's about emotional resonance. When you soften your body, relax your muscles, and breathe deeply, you communicate safety and acceptance. Your body becomes a container, holding the moment and the emotions within it. Many men fear vulnerability, equating it with weakness. But true strength lies in presence, the courage to be emotionally available without control or agenda. This presence invites her to drop her walls, to be seen and accepted as she is. To respond well is to embody quiet confidence. It is not about grand gestures or rehearsed moves. It is about subtlety, the gentle squeeze, the slow release, the steady eye contact as a hug ends. These small actions say, I am here. I see you. You matter. In the realm of attraction, these moments become pivotal. She gauges not only your external confidence, but your internal emotional landscape. When you respond with self-awareness and calm presence, you stand apart from the crowd of distracted or anxious men. She feels safe to be vulnerable. She senses your respect for her emotional signals. The hug becomes a gateway to deeper connection, one that words often fail to open. But this mastery does not come overnight. It requires patience with yourself, a willingness to confront your emotional blocks, and a commitment to growth. It asks you to lean into discomfort, to sit with uncertainty, and to emerge on the other side transformed. The hug is a metaphor for relationships themselves, a moment of closeness that demands honesty, presence, and mutual respect. How you respond to it reveals much about your readiness for meaningful connection. So, when she offers you that hug next time, pause, breathe, feel the moment fully. Let your body soften. Meet her vulnerability with your own. In that sacred space, she will feel truly seen. This is your invitation to master the art of responding to a hug, so she feels truly seen, truly valued. To become a man who does not just pass through moments, but inhabits them deeply. A man who understands that connection is not a prize to be won, but a sacred exchange to be honored. The moment a hug is fleeting, yet it holds a potential to shape the trajectory of connection in profound ways. To respond so she feels truly seen is to engage not just your body, but your emotional intelligence, your capacity to hold space, to listen with your whole being, and to honor the delicate balance of intimacy and respect. When you step into this space, you embody a new kind of presence. It is a presence that does not rush or force, but flows naturally, like a river bending around stones. She feels it, the steady calm beneath your surface, the unspoken invitation to trust. And in that trust, attraction deepens, walls soften, and something rare is born, a shared moment of genuine human connection. But this requires more than just technique. It requires transformation. You must confront emotional barriers within yourself. The fears, the insecurities, the old wounds that whisper that you are not enough or that vulnerability means danger. These internal stories shape your reactions, often unconsciously. To respond differently, you must become the observer of your own emotional patterns, learning to meet them with compassion rather than judgment. Imagine the courage it takes to hold yourself steady when uncertainty knocks at the door, to remain calm when the instinct is to pull away, or to hide behind a mask. This courage is a foundation of emotional mastery, and it is a gift you bring to every hug, every touch, every moment of connection. She is testing this courage in subtle ways. The way she lingers, the tilt of her head, the soft pressure of her hands. They are all signals searching for a safe harbor. If you respond with hesitation or disconnection, the moment passes, and so does the chance for deeper intimacy. But if you respond with presence and quiet confidence, you become the anchor in the storm, the refuge she seeks. This is why self-awareness is your greatest ally. It allows you to recognize when old patterns are pulling you away and to choose presence instead. It teaches you to listen beyond words, to feel the energy beneath the touch. And it opens the door to authentic connection, where both of you can be seen, heard, and held without pretense. Attraction is not merely physical. It is profoundly emotional and psychological. The way you respond to a hug communicates volumes about your emotional availability, your respect for boundaries, and your capacity for empathy. When she feels truly seen, she experiences safety, a fundamental human need that unlocks desire and trust. Consider now how this extends beyond the hug itself. Every interaction, every glance, every word builds on a foundation laid in these moments of nonverbal communication. Responding well to a hug is a practice in emotional communication that enriches every relationship. And yet, this mastery is a journey, not a destination. It requires ongoing reflection, humility, and growth. You will stumble, misread signals, or retreat in fear. But each moment offers a chance to learn, to deepen your understanding, and to become more fully present. This path challenges a modern man to shed the old myths of Stoicism that deny emotion, to embrace vulnerability as strength, and to cultivate emotional intelligence as a cornerstone of connection. It calls for a new way of being, a man who is not afraid to be seen, and who, in turn, makes others feel truly seen. When you meet her in a hug with this level of awareness, something shifts. The moment expands, time seems to slow, and the ordinary transforms into something sacred. You become a participant in a dance older than language, a dialogue of hearts that transcends fear and loneliness. Remember, the power lies not in grand gestures, but in the quiet authenticity of your presence. A soft squeeze, a calm breath, the patient holding a space, all these speak louder than words. They say, I am here. You matter. I see you. So carry this knowledge forward. Let it infuse your interactions, your relationships, your life. Practice responding to hugs and to all moments of vulnerability with the grace of a man who knows that true connection begins with being fully present. And as you do, you'll find that she does not just hug you, she reaches toward you. She sees you, not just your surface, but the depth beneath. And in that seeing, you are both transformed. This is the gift of emotional mastery, the heart of self-discovery, and the essence of meaningful relationships. In the quiet space of a hug, where breath mingles and bodies speak, you have the power to change the story, for her, for yourself, and for the love you seek. Embrace it. Own it. Become the man who responds, so she feels truly seen. Your journey continues, but here, in this moment, you have begun. If something in this message spoke to a part of you that words alone cannot reach, consider staying connected. Your thoughts, your questions, and your reflections matter. So leave a comment below. Share this video with someone who might be standing on the edge of their own inner transformation. And if the journey we're exploring here aligns with your own, subscribing is one small way to walk this path together. Thank you for your presence, not just for watching, but for truly listening. Until next time, keep turning inward